You know, I had this whole like really cool intro planned, and then I'm in the middle of recording it and I get a call that my dog had just gotten out. This little bugger right here decided that she wanted to go on a little adventure and wound up halfway across the neighborhood, didn't you, Jackie? Yeah, you did. Give a look at the camera. Jerk. What kind of crap is that? I'm sitting here trying to make a video and you decide that you're gonna go... Anyway, okay, I guess that's over. So let's get on with the video. Sure. Getting to the topic at hand, though, there is actually quite a lot we need to talk about today on Bitcoin. First of all, it looks like Bitcoin is starting a new downtrend, as you can see right here. We've broken several uptrends of support. We've had a bearish MACD cross. We've broken the uptrend on the RSI, and Bitcoin looks like it's trying to break bearish below another level of support around $9,600. All of which to say is that there's quite a lot to talk about here on our favorite cryptocurrency today. So if you guys want to be caught up to speed on everything that's happening in the Bitcoin and cryptocurrency markets right now, I highly encourage you to keep watching this video. I think you're going to get a lot of value out of this video. Before we get on into it though, guys, I do want to ask you to hit that like and subscribe button if you enjoyed the video, because this one literally took me running all over the neighborhood to get it made. I'm not kidding. When I got the text, I jumped up and ran out and got in my car so quickly that I left the footage running. So there was just like a 20-minute raw footage file with nothing happening because I was driving around my neighborhood. I didn't even take the time to press stop recording. Anyway, guys, before we get on with the video, I do want to mention the Valentine's Day sale, because as you guys know, on Singles Awareness Day Eve, we started a new sale. And this, in fact, will be the last time that you can ever get CT2A on sale for $40 off at the current coupon price of $159. After that, the course price is going to be increasing in a couple of weeks due to all of the new content that we're adding, such as the new Trading View video, the new Support and Resistance video, and the new CoinMarketCap video. We're making a new video all about trend lines today. If you guys want to get access to all of the current content and all of the future content and learn everything you need to know about technical analysis, I highly encourage you guys checking us out at the link in the description down below. More on that at the end of the video. But anyway, guys, without much further dog chasing, let's go ahead and dive right on into it. One of the first things I want to show you guys is candlestick analysis. I showed you some of it in yesterday's video, and you guys seem to really like it. So I want to break down what the last three major candlesticks have been on the hourly chart for Bitcoin at the time of recording this video. As you guys know, I like to scalp over on Bybit, and one of my favorite methods of doing technical analysis on shorter term time frames is not with fancy indicators. It's not even with a lot of moving averages or oscillators, to be honest with you. It's volume, order books, and candlesticks. One of those, of course, is very easy for me to show to you guys. As you can see, we've had 3 red candlesticks here, and because this video was made half an hour later than I wanted it to be, there's a new candlestick right here. But I want to bring your attention to these 3 right here. What we see here is we see a red candlestick, then we see a green candlestick that did not rally even close to the open of the red candlestick, closed, and then the red candlestick engulfed it bearish. Now, I don't really know what the technical term for this pattern is, but I very rarely see it fail. When you see red, green, red, it almost always indicates a further downtrend. Case in point would be this correction right here, and a bullish example would be these candlesticks right here. I'm not kidding, guys. These formations happen quite a lot down on the shorter term time frames, and you would do well to pay attention to them because they are actually very, very good at predicting where the market is moving. But that is, of course, not the only thing that we have to discuss in today's video, because there is quite a bit more. One of the things that I need to draw your attention to here right off the bat is the fact that Bitcoin is breaking below the 20 daily exponential moving average. As you can see, in the last couple of months, Bitcoin has come down and tested this moving average a few times, but right now, Bitcoin appears to be breaking to the downside. We're currently falling below that 20 daily exponential moving average, which in the show notes that I wrote for this video over an hour ago, I was calling for. It looks like I was vindicated. And the reason that that's important, guys, is because if Bitcoin does close this red candlestick and have a confirmed break below the 20 daily EMA, what that means is we are in for a pretty significant trend reversal. Reason being, Bitcoin quite often comes down to the 20 daily exponential moving average, but normally it will bounce bullish off of it. When Bitcoin comes down to the 20 DEMA and doesn't bounce bullish off of it and it breaks it, that normally means that it's instead going down to the 20 weekly exponential moving average, which, as we talked about in yesterday's video, is sitting around $8,800. That's why I said a correction all the way down there may be in the cards. And right now, since we've pulled back $400 from where I made that video yesterday, that's looking like it may be what happens. Not only has Bitcoin at the time of recording this broken this 20 EMA, we've also seen Bitcoin break this uptrend of support right here, and we've seen Bitcoin break this uptrend of support right here. Both of these, as you can see, Bitcoin tried to bounce off of right here and right here, and both times Bitcoin failed. Pause. Okay, unpause. First of all, I want to tell you why Bitcoin broke those uptrends of support. It's a very, very obvious reason. Bitcoin's been in an uptrend for 2 months, 2.5 months, however long you want to measure it. We've been in an uptrend since before Christmas, and it's like past Valentine's Day. We have been needing a correction. Go back to any video I've made in the last couple of weeks, and I've been saying that. Now, like I said, don't FUD, don't FOMO, don't freak out. Just be sure to be aware of the technical landscape. Right now, Bitcoin is calling for a correction. I'm going to continue to show you why, but I want you guys to understand the underlying reason why this is happening. It is because of technical analysis. The technicals are calling it. But a lot of times, technical indicators are confirming indicators of a trend that had already started because of the strength of the bulls and the bears. For those of you in CT2A, you will know that video because it's one of our best videos gauging the strength of the bulls and the bears. That is a very important piece of technical analysis. And if you had a good understanding of it, you would have been able to call this movement just in the same way that we have. By the way, remember down on the hourly chart where I showed you red, green, red? Look at this. Red, green, red. Showing up on the daily chart also. The reason I bring up the strength of the bulls and the bears is because the strength of the bulls has obviously been decreasing a little bit as we've continued this uptrend. The reason I bring up the strength of the bulls and the bears is because during the duration of this uptrend, I think the bears have been getting a little stronger and the bulls have been getting a little weaker. What that means is that when Bitcoin does have a correction in exactly the same way we had here or here, it's obviously going to be a little more severe. I want to point your attention to the fact that Bitcoin's downtrend has had about this degree, about this angle, where these downtrends were pointed in that direction. Bitcoin was pointed in this direction right now. The strength of the downtrend is quite a bit more significant this time because Bitcoin is more overextended this time. And guys, remember, most of the technical analysis we do here on the channel is not based on one indicator or one or two indicators. They're based on a lot of indicators. And as you can see, over the last couple of days, we've had a bearish cross on the daily chart MACD. Furthermore, we've had a bearish breakout below this uptrend on the RSI, which I said was going to happen relatively soon. A couple of days after I said that, it happened. Bitcoin has now corrected all the way down to about 50 on the RSI, which is a very healthy level. I'm happy to see that. I want to see Bitcoin bounce somewhere in the next $500 below us. Even right here, I'd be okay with bouncing right here. That would be all right. But guys, I'm not totally convinced that Bitcoin is going to bounce right here because I'll tell you where Bitcoin is going to bounce. If we don't bounce right here where we are now on that 20 daily EMA, we're going to pull all the way back down to this 20 weekly exponential moving average down here around $8,800. By the time we get there, it might be around $9,000. So another $500 to the downside is something that I could very easily see happening. If that does happen, I see that as a great buy-in opportunity. Bitcoin is very clearly in a bull market. We've confirmed that through moving averages and MACD. As you can see, we have a bullish MACD cross here on the weekly chart, and Bitcoin is very clearly in an uptrend. The technicals are looking great. The fundamentals are looking great. There's more interest coming into the space as Bitcoin's been rallying. I can tell you as a YouTuber who has access to quite a lot of analytics about the cryptocurrency market that the market on YouTube is doing phenomenally right now. The long term looks great. I don't ever want you guys doubting that I know that. That being said, there is always room for a correction. There is always room for the bears to have their day. There is always room for profits to be taken, and right now I think that's what's happening. If we look down on the hourly chart, I think you're going to understand what I mean. Because as you can see down here, guys, Bitcoin has a downtrend of support, which is almost always a bearish sign. If your support is trending to the downside, it normally means you're in a downtrend. And even though this is a pretty steep downtrend, Bitcoin is actually, at the time of recording this, breaking below it. I will bring your attention to the fact that we have very strong support sitting around $9,600 with a ton of tests over here, resistance right here, and Bitcoin is currently testing it right now. With that in mind, I'm not totally convinced that Bitcoin's going to break $9,500 to $9,600 right now because it does have this very strong support below it, but I have a feeling that it's going to happen. If Bitcoin doesn't have a major V-bottom and rally up to above $10,000 in the next couple of days as a result of this pullback here on the 4-hourly, then I think we're going to break below this. I don't want to see Bitcoin just kind of bounce down here and test this level over and over and over again because as we talk about in our support and resistance video over here, when Bitcoin tests the same level of support or resistance multiple times, it normally indicates a break coming. So guys, keep an eye on Bitcoin. Keep an eye on $9,500. That kind of support zone is really a zone between 95 and 9,600. Bitcoin is testing it right now. I'm not totally convinced it's going to break it right now, but that doesn't mean that it can't happen. So please keep an eye out for that. And you know, if you want to, that might be a short entry, but that is fully your decision. As always, don't sue me. Thank you. Anyway, guys, we ran through all of that pretty quick. This video was jam-packed with analysis. If you guys enjoyed the video, please consider hitting that like and subscribe button. Really helps out the channel when you do that, and I'd love to see you join our community here. And also, guys, if you have anything you want to tell me, any comments that you have, well, that's what the comment section is for, guys. Go down there and leave your comments. I love reading them. I read every single one of them. Now, I do want to mention CT2A because that sale will be ending in a few days, but before I do, I first want to talk about something that I've been thinking about recently, and that's rewarding yourself for your hard work. The original intro for today's video was probably going to be used tomorrow, to be honest with you, so I'm not going to tell you too much about it, but I mentioned in that intro about how much work goes into YouTube. A lot of people think that YouTubers have an easy life, they have an easy job. That could not be farther from the truth. This is a business, this takes work. There is all kinds of hard work that goes into running a professional YouTube channel, the likes of which that we have been able to build here. And I still have a long way to go. We're in the startup phase of this YouTube channel as far as I'm concerned, and it's been 2.5 years. I've probably devoted over 5,000 hours to building this YouTube channel by now, and honestly, I really don't think that's an exaggeration. I am proud of that. I'm happy with it. I would not change it for anything, don't get me wrong, but I do want to mention the concept of rewarding yourself, because there's two kind of people that get rich. The first kind blows all their money on Lamborghinis and bottles, and they waste all of their money and they lose all of it, and then they go right back to square one. And the second type of person that gets rich, a lot of times they just sit on their money until they die, and they die with a fortune, and they've been living on like a $30,000 a year budget when they have millions in the bank and they didn't spend any of it. I advocate for somewhere in the middle, because if you're going to make a lot of money, I think it is a travesty not to spend it on yourself at least a little bit. I have a rule to spend more money on charity than I do on myself. I've maintained that since I started making money, but it is important to reward yourself. For example, last October, I bought this CBR 300R, which I have pictures of up on screen right now. I love my motorcycle and I have a lot of fun on it, and maybe you guys will see some videos of it in the future. I worked hard and I've rewarded myself. It's very important to reward yourself for your hard work. If you're going to work in cryptocurrency, you're going to make hundreds of thousands of dollars in cryptocurrency and go be a whale. If you want to do that, you go for it. I know you can do it. I don't think you can do it. I know you can. Let me be the first one to encourage you. I know you can do it. You just got to work at it. But once you've gotten there, please don't forget to actually spend the money and reward yourself. Don't sit on $500,000 worth of Bitcoin and then be giving yourself $1,000 a month to live on. Have some memories. Because at the end of the day, you're not going to take your money with you when you die. You're only going to take your memories. Money is not part of your soul. Your memories are. That's you. You will have those until the day you die. Your money can be lost. There's no way to guarantee that you'll retain your wealth forever, but you will always keep those memories. So guys, please don't forget to reward yourself. It is actually a very important part of success. That is basic psychology. I'll talk about that more in future videos. Anyway, guys, before we go, I do first want to mention the Valentine's Day sale on CT2A. This might be getting repetitive. The next few days, it will be over, and then you won't have to listen to me talk about it for a little while. But I do want to mention it because, guys, like I said, this channel takes a lot of work. It's a two-man crew now. Well, a one-man, one-woman crew. And it's not cheap to run this channel. There's a lot of expenses that go into it. Quite frankly, we have worked very hard on this course and on these videos, and CT2A is what allows us to continue making them. If you guys want access to a course that's going to teach you everything you need to know about technical analysis that nearly 1,300 people have gone through and gotten a ridiculous amount of value out of, that thousands of hours have gone into on research, development, video creation, editing. If you want a course where I could literally go through Discord, through comment sections, through the comments on these videos, through emails, and put over 500 positive testimonials up on screen right now, I could do that and make Taylor spend the next 30 hours editing that. If you want access to that course, the link is in the description down below. I am proud of this course. I am happy with what we've created here, and our students love it. If you don't believe me, join our Discord server down below. Go talk to any one of them. I want you to go get their private testimony. I believe in our product. I believe in what we teach enough, and I believe especially in these new videos coming out, which are absolutely phenomenal enough for you to go and talk to our students when I'm not in the room so they can give you their God's honest testimony. I don't know who you're going to talk to. Go talk to one of them. I can Photoshop those testimonials. Why do you think I never put them up on screen? I can't Photoshop a genuine conversation between you and one of our students. So I challenge you, go talk to our students, any one of them. I want you to have an honest take on what you're getting into before you get into it. That Valentine's Day sale will be running for a few more days. And after that, because of the new videos going out into CT2A, we will be raising the price to $249. So if you want to get in before that happens, I highly encourage you to do it now. I mean, you're more than welcome to spend $50 more on the course. I'm not going to complain, but you know, for your sake, I encourage you to take advantage of that coupon code. Anyway, guys, we've had over 100 new CT2A members join us this month, and I'm really excited to see what all they're learning. But guys, that is going to have to wrap it out for today's video. I have to go record the Coffee and Crypto live stream, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. Before I go, though, I do first want to thank each and every single last one of you for watching, as always, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.